Spacious, comfortable and fast 6-seater SUVs. In 2025, China is flooding the market with them. Just look, Lynk&Co 900, Denza N9, restyled Aito L9, and now Aito M8. And open for pre-orders in just March 2025, the M8 already got 100,000 of them by early April, ranking the highest among the four models. On top of that, it was recently rated as the safest Chinese car tested in 2024. And unlike other competitors, the M8 takes its design very seriously. Just look at this dashboard. It looks so much more ergonomic compared to the tablet-looking central screens in Denza, Li Auto or Lynk&Co 900. Add to that one of the most advanced autonomous driving systems in the world and all its numerous functions, and you get a very impressive SUV. But how reliable is M8? And is it possible to buy it outside of China? In this video, we are going to discuss it as well, so let's get started. Before we move further, I would just like to quickly mention that if you want to buy this or any other car from China and import it to your country, get in touch with us via WhatsApp or our email for a free consultation. And considering that the price of M8 varies between $50,000 and $62,000 US, the level of comfort and luxurious materials is truly impressive. Just look at all these surfaces covered with natural leather and this micro fleece foam. Nice looking mats on the floor. Here under the central console there is a refrigerator with this screen on the top to control its temperature and other functions here at the rear. And of course this screen with the projector, but about this one a little bit later. Just look at these luxurious leather upholstered seats. They of course feature cooling, heating and massaging functions, and at least with my height I can get very comfortable here. However, the most luxurious space is right behind me. Probably because it's also designed for people who hire a driver, so they can just relax back here. And via this button here, you can fold the seat in front of you to get yourself even more space. Then there is another button here to open an armrest. And on the armrest, you press a zero gravity mode. And by the way, out of all of them, only this seat back here offers you a zero gravity mode. And yes, that is the position that you are getting into. The only thing is missing here is a foldable tray. There is one here, and by the way, it's quite sturdy for a backrest table. And it's covered with this nice soft material. But I wish there was one more for this seat. And the M8 comes in both options, as a pure electric car and as a hybrid. And the pure electric one is pretty straightforward. It's whether a single motor fixed on the rear with a 304 horsepower or a dual motor setup with a total output of 519 horsepower. Both are equipped with a 100 kWh NMC battery pack from CATL, which provides it with a range of 705 kilometers for a single motor version or 655 for a dual motor setup. However, the hybrid one is more interesting, and to better understand it, let's compare it to the other SUVs released in 2025. And first of all, please note that Denza N9 and Lynk&Co 900 are PHEVs, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, which means in these cars, both the gas engine and the electric motor can power the wheels directly. At average speed, the wheels are still powered by the electric motor, but if you need to accelerate fast or you need to maintain a high speed for a long time, the gas engine will start to power the wheels directly as well, to give your car more consistent power. That's why Denza and Lynk&Co have more horsepower. On the other hand, Aito M8 and Li Auto L9 are EREVs, extended range EVs, which means that in them the gas engine cannot move the wheels directly, and it's made solely to charge the battery. And with that, the downside of these cars is that if you need to drive them for a long time at a high speed, let's say 200 kilometers per hour, once your battery charge gets low, and at this speed it will happen pretty fast, the overall speed of the car will drop significantly. And I confirmed with the sales managers the M8 can maintain a speed of 155 kilometers without battery depletion, which means you can drive at this speed and a bit more continuously, all the way till your battery or your gas tank runs out. And yes, similar to other HEMA cars, the M8 features a very impressive steering wheel reach, and you can control it via the central screen and the roller here. And yes, with this steering wheel, you can get in a very comfortable position, even if you are much taller than I am. So yeah, I still have so much space in front of me. Maybe need to get a little bit closer. Yeah. The central console is similar to other Chinese premium brands. We have two ventilated 50-watt wireless chargers, a small cubby, two cup holders, and a big cubby here. And about this material around the chargers, it definitely has a very realistic, natural wood look. When you touch it, it also feels quite sturdy and heavy. At the top, there is an electronic rear view mirror, and here is a pop-up camera that you can use to monitor the rear seats on your central screen. It's especially useful if you have kids back there. And in front of you, stretching all over the dashboard, are these crispy clear, lightning-fast infotainment screens. And I really like that they are arranged in this ergonomic way. I think that by now people got tired of the rectangular central screens, and this one feels like a breath of fresh air. And even after setting up the first and second rows in a very comfortable position, still, surprisingly, I have quite enough space here to sit comfortably. Of course, there is no much extra space in front of my knees, but in this position I could enjoy quite a long ride without getting tired quickly. And to compare, I'm right now in the Denza N9 at the third row, and yes, here I feel significantly more cramped compared to the Aito M8. Similar to other HEMA cars, the M8 comes with an electronic damper control, and it also features an advanced torque vectoring, which means the car's computer and drivetrain can send different amounts of power to each wheel independently to improve grip, stability, and cornering. For example, if I'm turning left, the outside, in that case right wheel, will receive more power from this system, making the car cornering more precise and stable. Besides the double wishbone front and multi-link at the rear, this car is also equipped with a dual-chamber air suspension. And yes, with this setup, it feels even more airy, floaty, and comfortable. Combine that with this effortless steering, you don't need to put any efforts into driving this car. And I switched to the sports mode and we got on the highway. Let's see how this car feels here. And yes, the M8 does not offer a very strong body control and road grip that could maybe appreciate it on the German highways, because primarily it was designed for a comfortable cruising around the city. However, its rapid acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 4.8 seconds, in combination with this comfortable and precise steering, its comfortable air suspension and adaptive damper control, all of that make the M8 a very attractive choice for daily commuting around the city. And yes, the car feels quite impressive. Again, these massive SUVs with this airy suspension and a powerful motor, they always impress me a lot. But how people living outside of China can get this car? For most regions in the world, like the Middle East, Asia, Africa, and other countries, it's quite a streamlined process. For the US and Canada, where the regulations are too strict, it's almost not possible. For the European Union, in the past, Aito applied for a COC Certificate of Conformity for the Aito M5, and now this car can be imported without any issues. As for the M8, there is no news that Aito is planning to do it in the near future. However, there are some other options exist. For example, in some countries with less strict import regulations, the M8 can be imported if you have a set of all the supporting documents. As for the other countries, it's also possible to do it that way and then just take the car from there to your country. Another way is to prepare the car for EU standards before it leaves the country of export. This is especially relevant for stricter markets where vehicles may need technical modifications. In any case, Lynk&Co, a reliable export company with a proven record, can help you to arrange the whole process and support you till you get the car to your destination. To get a free consultation, please feel free to connect with us via our WhatsApp or our email. And I'm very curious, out of all these new SUVs that were released in China in 2025, which one do you think is the best and why? Please let me know in the comments down below. And as always, that was Max. Stay safe on the road. See you next time.